Well, good morning. Welcome to the 11 gathering. This is Frank in Williamsburg, and you've joined us as we continue our journey through the book Faith Without Religion. And we have arrived at entry number 86, and the title of that is Separation Begins in the Heart. So let's see what God said about that. Separation begins in the heart. When your love for me overwhelms your love for anything else, then it is easy to make the decision as to what side of the line you are going to live. Once you establish yourself firmly on the supernatural side, you will flourish. Everything that previously seemed difficult and confusing will be simple. Choices that you have previously wrestled with will be obvious. There will be no uncertainty in your life ever. Your faith will go before you like a banner, confounding the wisdom of the world, and you will rise above all challenges. The difference between the worldly life and the spiritual life is like the difference between night and day, black and white. It is an obvious difference. If you look at your life and it looks very similar to that of people that live in the world, you are missing something. If you spend most of your time doing the things they do in the way that they do them, you're fooling yourself. You can still do the work I require of you in the world and maintain your separation. This separateness is essential. It is the flag that waves to the lost and helps them to realize that there is another way to live their lives. In both your spiritual health, which is found through your obedience to living a separate life, and your physical health, without which I cannot use you effectively in the natural realm, I have given you the wisdom, the knowledge, and the tools to maintain peak condition. It is now up to you to use them with consistent focus. If these two ingredients are maintained properly, everything will automatically fall into place, says God. Your business will flourish at a level beyond your perception when you realize that you are nothing more than an instrument and that all forms of commerce are operated on supernatural principles. This will remove any requirement to spend endless hours in connection with financial matters. Wow. Well, there's a lot in there. So I highly encourage you, if you have a copy of the book, to go and just really meditate on those words and see how they might apply to you. Remember that when the Lord spoke to me about these things, it was based on my own situation at that time. So at that time, I was involved in business and commerce, but it's still equally as appropriate, even if you're not involved in directly in business and commerce. You may be an employee somewhere, but that still gives you an involvement, because the Lord calls us to diligently apply ourselves to wherever we find ourselves working. Not everyone is called to give up their job and be in the ministry, but everyone is called to make your ministry around whatever it is that you are called to do. So if you're a specialist in any field, you can do your work so as to the Lord. And that's just so vitally important. You have to demonstrate that separateness. You have to be the person in your firm that behaves differently to everybody else, that doesn't join in the gossip, that doesn't join in the cussing and the other kinds of behavior that you just know that if the Lord was standing right there with you, you wouldn't do that. And guess what? He's right there with you. That's what omnipresent means. Wherever you are, he is. This is the beautiful thing about this relationship. But it will never impose his will on you. He is going to wait for you to understand what his will is and then to willingly follow it. And then through his Spirit, he's going to bless the work of your hands. He's going to lead you into truth, and he's going to guide you with wisdom and encouragement and lift you up so that you can be a blessing to others. Folks, you will keep hearing me say the world that we're in right now is rapidly decaying. It is on a downward spiral from which there is no return. So don't imagine that as us believers band together, it's suddenly going to change. This is all predestined. This is the rolling out of biblical prophecy, and we're incredibly blessed to be in the generation that gets to witness it as it is happening. So no, it's not about being religious, but it is about being set apart, being different, because you can't help an alcoholic by learning how to drink any more than you can help anyone else that has a challenge just by embracing their challenge. What we have to do is show them the solution, and the solution is their personal relationship with Jesus Christ. It's really simple. So how do you have faith without religion? Well, you have it by believing in God, believing in who his son is. This has got nothing to do with religion. Look, if you go to a church, God bless you, and I hope he blesses everything that goes on in that church. But if you don't go to a church, that doesn't mean that you're off the hook. It means you have an important responsibility to be an ambassador for the Lord wherever you happen to find yourself. Because if people of God do not stand up now, who's going to stand up? Who's going to stand up for the children that are being misinformed and misdirected? Who's going to stand up for people that are being abused because of their faith? We have to band together and do that. And all we have to do is speak the truth, because the truth will make you free. Well, look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow, and we'll carry on our journey through faith without religion. Till then, bye for now.